good morning to you. We're coming on the air with some breaking news. The director of the Secret Service, has resigned. Her resignation coming just one day after Kimberly Cheatle was grilled by members of Congress on both sides of the aisle during a testy hearing with the House Oversight Committee yesterday. As you probably know, the Secret Service itself has been under intense scrutiny for the past week or so after last week's assassination attempt against former President Trump at his Pennsylvania rally. In her testimony yesterday, Cheatle said that the Secret Service, quote, failed, calling it one of the agency's worst failures in decades. Let's bring in our Homeland Security correspondent, Julia Ainsley. She broke this story a short time ago. Julia, what more can you tell us?
Well, this, of course, follows that grilling testimony yesterday where both sides, Republicans and Democrats, called on Cheatle to resign. The pressure has been mounting on her. They even subpoenaed her for that testimony, but she wasn't able to answer some basic questions, mainly why that roof where the shooter took his aim at former President Trump was not part of the Secret Service's perimeter, why they left that to local police, and why that roof was ultimately not secured when Trump took the stage, and why the Secret Service even let Trump take the stage that day in Pennsylvania when they knew there was a suspicious person that local police were looking for in the crowd. She wasn't able to answer a lot of those basic questions. She said it was because of the multiple investigations into that incident, including internally within DHS and the White House, also by people on the Hill. But without information, she did not come off good. It was a tough day for her. She wasn't able to answer a lot, and after the end of the day, there were multiple calls for her to resign. It was actually a surprise that it took until this point to get a resignation. But what we kept hearing from people inside the Secret Service was that she wanted to stay in that position while that investigation unfolded so that she could hold those accountable and look into exactly what planning or failures to plan led up to that massive security failure on July 13th. So this is a big reversal. She is now, we've been told she has resigned. It's unclear whether or not that means she's handed in a letter of resignation and that then needs to be approved by the president. But I'm told this is done. She has resigned and that we should be expecting an official announcement here just within the next hour or so, Craig.
And Julia, there was, of course, also that issue. Reportedly, the Trump campaign had asked for additional staff leading up to that rally in Pennsylvania, but the requests were denied.
That's right. We know that there were repeated requests for other events from Trump's security detail, asking leadership in the Secret Service for more manpower and resources, things like magnetometers to scan people on their way into their rallies. We know that the former president is not like any other candidate. Usually the Secret Service does provide some security to presidential candidates, but of course with Trump and his position as a former president and the kind of rallies he likes to have with sharp rhetoric and outside venues, they said they needed more security. We know that those requests were denied. I'm told by Secret Service officials it's because of resources. They simply don't have the manpower to staff as they want. But Cheatle was clear that the July 13th rally did get all of the resources they requested.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.